everyone from INVENTCOR International. We are here to present today, but before we move on to that, we would like to show a short little skit. Now, without further ado, enjoy.
Wow, that's really great. You're really good at this guitar. Could you teach me a bit?
Sure, Gary wasn't.
Yeah.
Alright, let's practice here.
They went on to practice the guitar, but much to Jedic's surprise, it seemed a little more difficult than what he expected.
Man, this is really hard. I think I'll just stick to listening.
What?
Well, I'm having a hard time. Even YouTube tutorials cannot help me.
Well, maybe you should give it a week or a month.
No thanks. I'll just see myself out.
Whoa, are you guys playing the guitar? Yeah, and teaching Gary. That's cool. Can I join in?
Yeah, I'll just watch it.
Why? You're the one getting taught after all.
I'm just having a hard time paying attention.
Oh. Wait, I have an idea. What will it be? This is Gituro. The what?
Wow.
It's a device that'll help you get better at the guitar. Easier.
Really?
Yeah.
Can I use it?
Of course. It's made for everyone.
Wow. Thank you, David.
Well, that's good seeing you.
Good to see indeed. And with the Gituro, Jedic was able to learn and play the guitar, being able to share his love for the guitar to everyone, no, to the whole world. And with that, concludes our short skit and on to our presentation. Everyone from INVENTCOR, thank you for inviting all of us here today, as we are here to present and introduce our innovation project, Gituro, made by us in the robotics team of St. Patrick's School of Quezon City, Philippines. Now, you may ask again, what is Gituro? Well, I'd like to know more about it as well.
This is Gituro. It's a fretboard attachment that will light up which of the strings you're supposed to put your finger on. And by that, it'll teach you how to play chords and build up muscle memory easier. So in here, we're gonna put the chord G. Carlo, is that correct? Yes. Simply, you have to put your fingers onto the fretboard, and then you practice, and one day, you'll get better at it.
Next slide, please. Now, on to our statement of problem. So, first question is, what do you think is the future of music-based tech will look like? Well, from the classic old guitar to the modernized version here, Gituro. This will provide as the future of the guitar. It will make learning the guitar better, easier, and more enjoyable. And one more thing, do you know Dance Revolution? You go to arcades and you see this large machine where people dance and follow the lights. Well, Gituro has the same principle. The only difference is, Dance Revolution, you follow the lights with your foot, while for Gituro, you follow the lights with the fretboard with your fingers. Now, on to our next question is, how can Gituro impact the people with disabilities? Well, music can be a form of therapy, right? And music, with the power of music, unlocked for the students with disabilities. And music has essentially several functions. For example, it can give a sense of belonging or provide a healthy coping mechanism. Music is essential to so many individuals. It often holds more significance to those with the marginalized youth or the disabled. But how exactly? Well, music has a positive effect on the brain. Take, for example, moods, behavior, and enhances cognitive development. Next slide, please. So, we are now on to demonstration. So earlier, you saw David here use a website to control the Gituro. Can you? From the looks of it, it seems obvious. Please demonstrate it to them on how scanning the QR code and connecting to the Gituro.
Simply, when you scan the QR code, it will take you to our web user interface. Our Gituro will be controlled with your phone and will be accessed using the simple QR code.
Well, that sure is really fun to see. From that shows how accessible Gituro can be. You're an OFW working overseas, or a family member living apart overseas, abroad, or friends living separately. You can simply call them, tell them, Father, can you play the guitar with me? Son, do you want to play the guitar with me? Mike, could you teach me how to play the guitar? With this simple QR code, you can learn and spend time with your family or friends with the Gituro. The accessibility of the Gituro will truly be beautiful for everyone. Next slide, please. Now, on to our future plans and upgrades. As you can see, Gituro is a visual guitar guide. Let's say very good for deaf people. But what if you are blind? You can't see, but you can hear or feel. So, we plan to implement a braille system onto the attachment of the Gituro, a separate attachment you can buy. One for visual and one for the braille system. But that's not all. Imagine you are stuck in the hospital, stuck at home, or you just can't go outside in general. Well, but you still want to perform, play the guitar with a lot of people. Well, we plan to apply a virtual reality feature onto the Gituro. With virtual reality on the rise, this can truly enhance the user experience. With a wide-based community in virtual reality, no matter where you are, at home, hospital, just anywhere in general, you can perform playing the guitar with the Gituro. Next slide, please. Now, we have surveyed 100 students from our precious school. Firstly, we have 45% who considered playing the guitar got intimidated. 28% attempted but they gave up. 20% showed no interest in playing the guitar, but only 7% were only successful at playing the guitar, like Carlo here. Just imagine, with the Gituro, that 7% will increase by a huge margin. Next slide, please.
Now, onto the wide way. Everyone around the world, what connects people the most? It's music.
Yes, indeed, music. Well, all of us don't play the guitar, but we all have one thing in common. Carlo plays the guitar, yes. I play the drums. They play the piano. What connects all of us most is music. That's why we went on to choose the Gituro for our innovation project.
The idea of the Gituro is to help beginners who find online guides confusing and expensive. Plus, to give people who have physical or mental disabilities the ability to play the guitar with less difficulty.
Next slide, please.
As you can see, Gituro is pretty cheap to make, but the real value is within the programming it. Next slide, please. How it works is very similar to our real product. We use the same chip, only in a more development-friendly form. And how it works is that from your cell phone, when you press a chord, it will send information to the microcontroller and tell the LED strips, hey, which should be on and which should be off. And with that, you get the system of LEDs turning on and LEDs turning off.
Next slide, please.
For the benefits, Gituro allows for fun and memorable experience for anyone who's just eager to learn guitar or people who have visual learning disabilities. When they use Gituro, it can change their perspective on music.
Now, from here on forth, we will show you the journey into the assembly and name of Gituro. Next slide, please.
For data gathering, we were brainstorming ideas and thought music was a great idea. And then we went on to choose the guitar and went on the data gathering for the Gituro. For the assembly, we were waiting for parts overseas to ship to the Philippines, specifically the LED strips. The name of Gituro in our language, Tagalog, means gitara and turo. Gitara meaning guitar and turo meaning to point, to teach. While it was shipping, we worked on a mock version so that we could work on our code that's already in there, so that once it arrives, we can just upload the code and no time is wasted at all. After that, we made the simple and easy to use web interface that can work on your phone, your laptop, or any device that has access to a network connection.
Next slide, please. There. Finalize.
Once we have the demonstratable product, we then practice how we'll present it in a way our audience would understand. So, in order to achieve that, we invited the grade 4 to grade 8 students from St. Patrick to listen on our presentation. Because who knows, maybe after they listen on our presentation, they will use a Gituro.
Next slide, please. Now, and there is the Gituro. A small attachment that you'll put on the guitar and learn to play the guitar. I can't believe we all made this in a short amount of time we have. But that concludes our presentation. Everyone from INVENTCOR, thank you for inviting us and thank you for lending your ears to Gituro.